You are aware that the calamity that struck the coastal districts of Tamil Nadu, including the city of Chennai, Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur, and Kadalur, has been of an unprecedented magnitude. There have also been rain damages in the districts of Thoothukudi and Tirunelveli. Although the state government machinery had taken all the necessary advance, precautionary, and preparedness measures, the unprecedented mammoth adversity necessitated financial and logistic assistance from the Government of India. I thank the Honorable Prime Minister and you for the timely release of 1,000 crore rupees from the National Disaster Response Fund on the 3rd December 2015, recognizing the floods as a calamity of a severe nature. However, our requirements are much larger. I had indicated to the Prime Minister that we are preparing a supplementary memorandum detailing the devastation caused after 23rd November 2015, when we presented our first memorandum, in which we had estimated our requirements at 8,481 crore rupees. This supplementary memorandum will be ready shortly. Meanwhile, considering the severity of the devastation, a further on-account release of 2,000 crore rupees may be sanctioned immediately to enable the state government to sustain the vigor of the restoration operations. I would like to highlight certain critical areas very briefly where we are keenly looking forward to your support. There are about 50,000 families who live along the city's waterways, the Adayar, Kuam, and Buckingham Canal, who have lost their homes. Rehabilitating these families by providing alternative housing is the highest priority for my government. Out of these 50,000 families, the government of Tamil Nadu would be able to accommodate 25,000 families in tenements already constructed and under construction by the Tamil Nadu Slum Clearance Board. I expect the resettlement of these people to commence within 2 weeks and to be completed in phases within a year. Until such time that they move to alternative housing, the state government will provide temporary housing at its own cost. For the remaining 25,000 families and for a further 25,000 families residing in the vicinity of other watercourses and water bodies in Chennai city and its suburban areas affected in the recent flooding, we have prepared a special project. A total funding of 5,000 crore rupees will be needed for this project. I have requested the Prime Minister to approve financing for this massive housing project as a special scheme. This would require a special dispensation which may be provided considering the magnitude of the devastation. I had written to the Prime Minister on 9th December 2015 requesting that the insurance companies may be directed to take up the survey and settlement of the claims of flood-affected families on a campaign mode, following a summary procedure and with a liberal application of the norms, so that such households could receive insurance payments early. I had also suggested that as a special measure, the banks may be directed to provide a limited moratorium on repayment as well as a rescheduling of the loans, which would lower the equated monthly installment EMI payments and offer a measure of relief to the flood-affected households. I had also mentioned in my letter to the Prime Minister that as a special case, soft loans for purchase of vehicles, educational loans to fund education of children, and personal loans for an amount of up to 5 lakh rupees may be offered by banks to enable flood-affected families to purchase some personal effects and restart their lives. The state government has separately taken up these issues with the lead bank and stressed the need for early resolution of these issues at the state level bankers meeting. I do hope that these proposals would be examined expeditiously and an immediate decision taken on their implementation.
Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu had written to the Honorable Prime Minister with regard to the situation created by the recent natural calamity in Chennai and some adjacent districts. And one of the key issues was that insurance companies and banks have to be extra activated in order to help the people. So I had come to Chennai yesterday along with senior officials of the Financial Services Department of the Government of India. And today morning we had a meeting of all the insurance companies, that's the LIC, the GIC companies, and the 27 public sector banks, the National Housing Bank, and 17 private sector banks. So that in addition to whatever aid and assistance the state government and the central government are giving, how these financial institutions can help the people. So there are a few LIC claims with regard to people who have suffered in terms of life, and there are approximately already about 11,000 claims with the GIC companies. Additionally, these claims are all being processed. So what we've discussed today in the meeting and also in the meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister is that about 2,000 of these claims have already been settled. All balance claims would be settled within a period of 4 weeks. And if there are any disputes, rather than people going to courts, each insurance company would have an ombudsperson who would settle these claims in further 4 weeks. So that in a period of 4 weeks, all undisputed claims can be settled, and if there is a dispute, further period of 4 weeks. Secondly, people have to be rehabilitated in terms of their housing, in terms of household articles, in terms of vehicles. There is a huge amount of loss which has taken place. Crops have been damaged, shops have been damaged, MSME units have been damaged. In some cases, people need educational loans. Now, these are the various kinds of banking facilities which are available to people, and therefore we've set very high targets with all the banks today. Now, there are about 2,600 branches in these 4 districts which have been significantly impacted. And almost in a mission mode, these bankers have been told that loan applications for soft loans for each one of these will have to be considered. And they must make sure that people who apply in these categories, expeditiously their loans are settled. We've started that campaign today at a function where almost about 1,100 people have been helped in terms of banking loans. And over the next few weeks, all these 2,600 branches of banks in these 4 districts, in each one of these categories, would start giving these soft loans to people. And there would be a moratorium period with regard to each one of those loans. This is what we discussed in the bankers meeting this morning, and then finally in the meeting with the Chief Minister and the state officials and the ministers of the state, we've just finalized this. The eventual target is that almost every legitimate claimant who applies for it should be entertained. The banks have a sufficient amount of fiscal space for that purpose, and we'll be constantly over the next few weeks sending somebody from Delhi to review with the state level bankers committee the progress of assisting in the rehabilitation process.
So was there anything discussed beyond this, especially GST bill? It can't
Well,
be
madam,
overlooked.
the principal purpose of the visit has been to assist in terms of the recent natural calamity, and our emphasis has only been that.
Mr. Jaitley, one more thing. Nirbaya's juvenile convict is...
Well, I'm only speaking on the purpose of my visit.
Is there any estimate of the soft loan that needs to be...
Well, as I told you, there is a sufficient amount of headroom that the banks have available, particularly in relation to the Mudra scheme. Now, the Mudra scheme this year gives small loans up to rupees 50,000, 5 lakhs and 10 lakhs. And we have a large amount of headspace available till the 31st of March this year. And our target, we have already helped 72 lakh people across the country. And the target is that we can almost go up to 3 times that figure this year. So the number of people who are involved in this district is about 28 lakhs families. So even if a significant percentage of them apply in this category, they would fill in the requirement as far as businesses are concerned, house loans are concerned, and we'll try and help most of them.
So what about you referred to inadequate insurance coverage? Will that be a program?
You see, that is exactly what we are doing. The insurance schemes that we came out with in order to popularize insurance. So far, it's only people who go in for an insurance have that insurance. So, or medical insurance is available with government employees or those corporate employees whose companies get insurances for them. Now, there are a number of cases even in Chennai and around who are covered by those social security insurance schemes that we started last year. And where in any case a person deceased, the family would get 2 lakh rupees. Now, many would not even be aware of that they are covered under this. So we've asked the state government to make sure that those claimants are traced out, or their families at least are traced out, and those people can be helped in that.
So what about the allegations that are leveled in terms of the DDCA case?
Well, I'm only speaking on
So
the...
we have any plan to cancel the entire agricultural loan? Agricultural loan.
You see, in each one of the categories, crop loan is also one of the loans which are available. Thank you.